That carton of milk in your fridge, the one you pour on cereal every morning, the one your kids drink with every meal. You thought you were buying pure cow's milk, calcium, protein, something wholesome from Canadian dairy farms. Here's the danger hiding in that plastic jug. You're drinking milk from cows fed GMO corn and soy sprayed with glyphosate, antibiotics in trace amounts building resistance, ultra-pasteurized liquids stripped of beneficial enzymes, homogenized fat particles small enough to cross artery walls, plastic containers leaching BPA and phthalates into fat-rich milk, corporate consolidation from foreign ownership with zero accountability, for families drinking milk daily, thinking it builds strong bones, for kids consuming this 3 times daily, for pregnant women believing milk is essential nutrition. 5 brands contaminating Canadian fridges. 2 that are actually from cows. What's in your fridge right now? Drop a comment with the brand you're drinking. Brand 5. Nielsen Dairy. The Saputo consolidation. The corporate takeover. Montreal mega corporation selling Ontario heritage as local milk. Nielsen. The red and white carton. Ontario brand since 1893. True tagline suggesting authenticity. Available at Loblaws, Metro, Sobeys. $5 to $7 for 4 liters. Flip the carton. Owned by Saputo Inc., Montreal-based dairy giant worth $15 billion. Nielsen isn't a network of Ontario family farms. It's one brand in Saputo's massive portfolio. The milk comes from industrial dairy operations, large-scale farms with hundreds of cows, confined feeding operations where cows eat GMO corn and soy. Not pasture, not grass. Grain feed designed for maximum milk production. GMO feed means glyphosate exposure. Roundup-ready corn and soy are sprayed with glyphosate throughout growing season. Residues remain in grain. Cows eat contaminated feed. Glyphosate enters milk. Multiple studies have detected glyphosate in conventional dairy products. A 2016 study published in Journal of Environmental and Analytical Toxicology found glyphosate residues in American dairy products. Canadian testing is limited, but Canadian cows eat the same GMO feed as American cows. The contamination crosses borders. For kids drinking Nielsen 3 times daily, glyphosate accumulates. WHO classified it as probably carcinogenic to humans. For pregnant women consuming this believing milk is healthy, glyphosate crosses placenta, affects fetal development. The homogenization is the next issue. Nielsen homogenizes milk under extreme pressure, breaks milk fat globules into tiny particles. Normal milk fat globules are 3 to 4 micrometers. Homogenized fat particles are 0.2 micrometers, 20 times smaller. Why does this matter? The smaller particles bypass normal digestion, pass through intestinal walls more easily, enter bloodstream intact. Some research suggests homogenized milk fat contributes to atherosclerosis. The tiny fat particles lodge in artery walls, create inflammation, promote plaque formation. The ultra-pasteurization destroys enzymes. Nielsen heats milk to 138 degrees Celsius for 2 seconds, higher temperature than standard pasteurization at 72 degrees for 15 seconds. The extra heat kills everything. Good bacteria, enzymes, beneficial compounds. Raw milk contains lactase, enzyme that helps digest lactose. Phosphatase helps absorb calcium. Lipase breaks down fats. Ultra-pasteurization destroys these enzymes. Your body must work harder to digest milk without natural enzymes. The plastic jug leaches chemicals. Milk is high in fat. Fat-soluble chemicals from plastic dissolve into milk more readily than water. BPA from plastic linings. Phthalates from plastic containers. Both are endocrine disruptors. For families buying Nielsen thinking Ontario heritage means local quality, Saputo is international corporation with operations across Canada, USA, Australia, Argentina. The milk comes from wherever's cheapest in their network. For people with lactose intolerance drinking Nielsen anyway. Ultra-pasteurization destroyed the lactase enzyme that would help you digest it. Your digestive issues worsen. Your fix? Corporate consolidation means profits over local farms. GMO feed means glyphosate residues. Ultra-pasteurization means enzyme destruction. Homogenization means tiny fat particles entering bloodstream. If Ontario Heritage brand is owned by $15 billion corporation, it's not local anymore. the Saputo takeover, the GMO glyphosate feed, the enzyme-killing ultra-pasteurization, $5 buying corporate milk from confined cows, Brand 4, Natrel, the fine-filtered fraud, the shelf-stable disaster, AgroPur selling ultra-processed milk as premium dairy, Natrel, the blue carton, fine-filtered claims suggesting quality, premium positioning, available everywhere, $6 to $8 for 4 liters, marketed as superior milk. Fine filtering is ultrafiltration, passes milk through ceramic filters with microscopic pores, removes bacteria without heating, sounds better than pasteurization, creates different problems. The filtration removes beneficial bacteria along with harmful bacteria. Raw milk contains probiotics, beneficial bacteria that support gut health. Fine filtering eliminates all bacteria, good and bad. What remains is sterile liquid. The shelf life reveals the problem. Natrel stays fresh for 60 to 90 days unopened. Regular pasteurized milk lasts 2 weeks. The extended shelf life comes from removing every living organism. Milk is supposed to be living food. Natrel is dead food in extended storage. Ultrafiltration also concentrates protein. Natrel has higher protein content than regular milk. Sounds good. But it disrupts milk's natural balance. Lactose, protein, fat, minerals exist in specific ratios. Concentrating protein changes those ratios. Your body expects milk in natural proportions. The homogenization is aggressive. Same tiny fat particles as Nielsen. 0.2 micrometers, small enough to bypass normal digestion. Enter bloodstream. Lodge in artery walls. The feed source is conventional. AgroPur is Canadian cooperative, better than foreign corporation. But member farms still use conventional practices. GMO corn and soy feed, glyphosate residues, antibiotic use where needed. The co-op model doesn't guarantee organic or grass-fed practices. The plastic packaging is standard, high-density polyethylene, BPA-free, but contains other plasticizers. Phthalates leach into fatty milk, disrupt hormones, particularly concerning for children whose endocrine systems are developing. For families paying premium for Natrel thinking fine-filtered means healthier, you're paying for shelf stability and marketing, not superior nutrition. The living bacteria that make milk beneficial are filtered out. For people choosing Natrel because it lasts longer, that extended shelf life comes from removing everything alive. Food shouldn't last 90 days. Your fix? Fine filtered means ultra filtered. Beneficial bacteria removed along with harmful. 60 to 90 day shelf life means dead food. Concentrated protein disrupts natural milk ratios. If milk lasts 3 months, processing killed everything that makes milk milk. The fine filtering lie. The 90-day shelf death. The concentrated protein imbalance. $6 buying sterile liquid missing beneficial bacteria. Brand 3, Dairyland. The BC betrayal. The Saputo acquisition. Western Canadian milk from Montreal corporate control. Dairyland. The cow logo. British Columbia dairy brand since 1942. Red and white packaging suggesting local heritage. Available at Safeway, Save on Foods. Walmart BC. $5 to $7 for 4 liters. Dairyland isn't BC owned anymore. Acquired by Saputo in 1999. Same Montreal corporation that owns Nielsen. Western Canadians buying Dairyland thinking they're supporting BC dairy farmers. Profits go to Saputo headquarters. The consolidation means standardization. Dairyland milk processed in industrial facilities. Same ultra-pasteurization as other Saputo brands. Same homogenization creating tiny fat particles. Same GMO feed for cows. Same plastic packaging leaching chemicals. The BC heritage is branding. The actual milk could come from Saputo's network across Western Canada. Alberta farms, Saskatchewan operations. The Dairyland label provides BC identity, while Saputo optimizes sourcing for cost. The A1 casein is the hidden issue. Most Canadian dairy cows are Holstein breed. Holsteins produce A1 beta-casein protein. When digested, A1 casein breaks down into beta-casomorphin 7, BCM7. BCM7 is opioid-like peptide. Research links it to digestive inflammation, type 1 diabetes in genetically susceptible children, autism spectrum symptoms, cardiovascular disease. The research is controversial. not definitive, but concerning enough that some people avoid A1 milk. Original heritage breeds, Jersey, Guernsey, produce A2 casein. A2 doesn't create BCM7 during digestion. Some countries have shifted to A2 milk production. Canada hasn't. Dairyland uses standard Holstein milk, A1 dominant, for families with kids showing behavioral issues or digestive problems with milk. A1 casein and BCM7 might be contributing. Dairyland doesn't test or label casein type. The vitamin D is synthetic, added after pasteurization. Vitamin D3 from lanolin, sheep's wool grease, processed into supplement form, sprayed onto milk. Not the same as vitamin D naturally occurring in grass-fed milk from cows on pasture. For BC families choosing Dairyland, thinking local brand means local control. Saputo Consolidated BC Dairy. The heritage is Logo. The control is Montreal. The profits leave province. Your fix. Regional branding doesn't mean regional ownership. If BC brand is owned by Montreal Corporation, local is marketing lie. A1 casein creates BCM7 peptide linked to inflammation and behavioral issues. Ultra-pasteurization and homogenization are standard corporate processing. The BC heritage lie. The Saputo consolidation. The A1 casein inflammation. $5 funding Montreal Corporation with BC logo. Brand 2. Compliments/no-name milk. The house brand mystery. The unknown farm disaster. Sobeys and Loblaws selling milk from whoever bid lowest. Blue compliments at Sobeys. Yellow no-name at Loblaws. House brand milk. $4 to $6 for 4 liters. Cheapest options besides great value. Sobeys and Loblaws don't own dairy farms. They contract with processors. Those processors source from farms. Whoever offers cheapest milk wins the contract. Which farms? Unknown. Which province? Multiple? What feed practices? Unknown. What antibiotic protocols? Unknown. What processing facility? Changes based on contracts. The sourcing is inconsistent. Spring milk might come from Ontario farms processed in Toronto facility. Summer milk from Quebec farms processed in Montreal. Fall milk from Manitoba processed in Winnipeg. You're not buying consistent product. The quality varies by source. Some farms maintain high standards. Others operate at minimum acceptable levels. House brands blend from multiple sources. High quality mixed with low quality creates acceptable average. The somatic cell count is the concern. Somatic cells are white blood cells. They appear in milk when cows have udder infections, mastitis. Higher cell count indicates infection. The milk contains pus cells. Canadian standards allow 400,000 somatic cells per milliliter. That's 400,000 pus cells per milliliter. Considered safe for consumption, but it indicates cow health issues. Farms managing infections poorly have higher counts. House brands source from whoever's cheapest. Cheap often correlates with poor herd health, for families buying no-name or compliments. Thinking all milk is basically the same. Source farm health practices vary dramatically. Mystery sourcing means you can't verify which farms or their standards. The antibiotics are another concern. Canadian regulations prohibit antibiotics in milk. Farms must withhold milk from cows receiving treatment until antibiotics clear system. But testing is random. Enforcement relies on honor system. Budget farms cutting costs might not withhold milk properly. Antibiotic residues in milk contribute to antibiotic resistance. Children consuming trace antibiotics daily develop resistant gut bacteria. When they need antibiotics for infections, effectiveness is reduced. The processing is standard ultra-pasteurization and homogenization. Same enzyme destruction and tiny fat particles as brand name milk. No quality advantage. Just cheaper because sourcing is lowest bid. For single parents buying house brand because $4 fits the budget. For seniors on fixed incomes, choosing cheapest milk. For families where saving $2 per carton matters. You're gambling with mystery farm sourcing and inconsistent quality. Your fix? House brands are lowest bid sourcing. If you can't identify which farms or processing facilities, you can't verify practices. Somatic cell counts near legal limits mean pus cells from infected cows. Antibiotic residues from farms not properly withholding treated cows. The lowest bid sourcing. The mystery farm pus cells. The antibiotic residue risk. $4 buying inconsistent quality from unknown operations. Brand 1. Great value milk. Walmart. The Predator brand returns, the absolute cheapest. Walmart milk from factory farms with maximum shortcuts. Great value milk, $3.97 to $4.97 for 4 liters. Cheapest milk in every Walmart dairy cooler. That rock bottom price means rock bottom everything. Which dairy farms? Unknown. Which processing facility? Changes. What cow health standards? Minimum legal. What quality controls beyond basic? None disclosed. Great value sources from industrial dairy operations willing to meet Walmart's price demands. Those are farms operating at massive scale with minimum costs. Confined feeding operations. Hundreds of cows. Zero pasture access. GMO grain feed. Maximum milk production per cow to per cow. The cows live in confinement. Concrete floors. Metal stalls. Fed grain. Never see grass. Never go outside. This isn't traditional dairy farming. This is milk factory. The health issues are inevitable. Confined cows develop more infections. Mastitis rates higher. Somatic cell counts approach legal limits. 400,000 pus cells per milliliter. Your kid's drinking infected cow secretions because it meets minimum legal standard. The antibiotics are necessary in confinement operations. Cows living in crowded conditions get sick frequently. Operations use antibiotics preventatively. Despite regulations against antibiotics in milk, residues occur. Testing is limited. Enforcement is complaint-based. For children drinking great value daily, trace antibiotic exposure accumulates. Gut bacteria develop resistance. The antibiotics their bodies need for infections become less effective. The feed is cheapest available. GMO corn and soy from industrial farms. Maximum glyphosate residues. The herbicide accumulates in cow tissues. Enters milk. Children consuming glyphosate with every glass. The growth hormone issue is technically illegal in Canada. Canada banned RBGH and RBST, synthetic growth hormones. But enforcement varies. Budget operations cutting every corner might use banned substances. Testing is limited. The financial incentive is significant. Growth hormones increase milk production 20%. The plastic is cheapest available. High-density polyethylene jugs. Phthalates leach into milk. Endocrine disruption from plasticizers. For developing children, hormone disruption affects growth, development, behavior. But here's who's buying. Single parents feeding multiple kids needing affordable milk. Seniors on fixed pensions where $4 versus $7 determines other purchases. Families where both parents work full-time and still struggle for groceries. Walmart knows who they're targeting. People who need cheap protein and calcium. People who don't have luxury of buying $12 organic milk. People trying to feed families on impossible budgets. And Walmart is selling them milk from confined cows living in factory conditions. Maximum somatic cell counts from infected udders. Potential antibiotic residues from operations using banned substances. GMO feed with glyphosate contamination. All packaged as value. Check your fridge right now. If you've got great value milk, understand this. Walmart is betting you're too desperate to care about factory farm conditions and pus cell counts. Your kids deserve better than milk from cows confined on concrete eating GMO grain. Your family deserves better than 400,000 somatic cells per milliliter from infected udders. Your fix. When milk costs $4 for 4 liters, the dairy farms are factory operations. Confined cows living on concrete. Maximum somatic cell counts mean infected udders. GMO feed means glyphosate residues. Antibiotic residues from operations cutting corners. The predator price, the factory farm confinement. The pus cell legal maximum. $4 buying infected cow secretions from grain-fed confined animals. 5 brands, 5 industrial disasters. From Nielsen's Saputo consolidation to Walmart's factory farm horror. From Natural's fine-filtered dead food to Dairyland's BC betrayal. From house brand mystery sourcing to pus cells approaching legal limits. Check your fridge. Pour them out. Don't finish the carton. Safe pick 2. Harmony Organic, certified organic. Grass-fed option. Transparent sourcing from verified farms. Harmony Organic. Available at most grocers across Canada. $10 to $14 for 4 liters. Expensive compared to conventional. Worth every dollar. Certified organic by ProCert. Third-party verification. Annual inspections. Documented farming practices. No synthetic pesticides in feed. No GMO corn or soy. No synthetic growth hormones. No preventative antibiotics. The cows are pasture-raised when weather permits. Eat grass. access to outdoors, better animal welfare than confinement operations. Healthier cows produce healthier milk. Grass-fed milk has different nutritional profile, higher omega-3 fatty acids, better omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, more CLA, conjugated linoleic acid with anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, more vitamin K2 from grass diet, essential for calcium metabolism and heart health. The color is yellower. Grass-fed milk contains more beta-carotene from green plants. The yellow color proves grass content. Grain-fed milk is pure white. The processing is gentler. Standard pasteurization at 72 degrees for 15 seconds. Not ultra-pasteurized. More enzymes survive. Easier to digest. Homogenized but less aggressively than corporate brands. No synthetic vitamins added. The milk contains natural vitamins from grass-fed cows. Vitamin D from sun exposure. Vitamin A from green plants. B vitamins from healthy rumen bacteria. Real vitamins, not sprayed-on supplements. For families wanting organic without factory farm conditions. For people with digestive issues finding conventional milk hard to tolerate. Gentler processing and grass-fed content make difference. For pregnant women and children. Organic eliminates glyphosate exposure, antibiotic residues, synthetic hormone concerns. The premium buys verified clean milk from healthier cows. The somatic cell counts are lower. Organic pasture-based farms have healthier cows. Fewer infections. Lower pus cell counts. Cleaner milk from healthier animals. Your fix. Organic certification means verified practices. No GMO feed, no synthetic hormones, no preventative antibiotics. Grass-fed content creates better nutritional profile. Higher price reflects real farming costs without shortcuts. Certified organic, grass-fed nutrition, verified clean from healthier cows. Safe Pick 1, Organic Meadow. Canadian Organic Cooperative, grass-fed, complete farm-to-carton transparency. Organic Meadow, Ontario-based cooperative of Canadian organic farmers since 1989. Available at health food stores, many conventional grocers. $12 to $16 for 4 liters. 100% Canadian organic. Every farm is certified organic. Every farmer is cooperative member. Complete transparency from specific farms to your fridge. The cows are primarily grass-fed. Pasture-based farming. Cows eat grass from spring through fall. Organic hay and silage in winter. Minimal grain supplementation. This is how dairy farming worked before industrialization. Grass-fed creates superior milk. Omega-3 levels. 3 to 5 times higher than grain-fed. CLA content significantly higher. Vitamin K2 from grass creates yellower milk, better calcium absorption, heart health benefits. The A2 genetics are emphasized. Organic meadow sources from farms breeding toward A2 dominant herds. Jersey and Guernsey heritage breeds. Less A1 Holstein genetics. Lower BCM7 peptide formation. Better for people with inflammation or behavioral issues from milk. The processing is minimal. Standard pasteurization only. Not ultra-pasteurized, not fine-filtered. Homogenized gently, maximum enzyme survival. Natural milk structure mostly intact. The carton is paperboard with minimal plastic lining. Less chemical leaching than all plastic jugs. Better for environment. Better for milk quality. No synthetic additives. No vitamin D3 from lanolin. No vitamin A palmitate. Just milk from grass-fed organic cows. Natural vitamins from real food. What you need, your body absorbs better. The cooperative model means farmer control. Members own the company. Decisions prioritize farm sustainability and milk quality, not shareholder profits, not corporate consolidation. Farmer-controlled dairy, for families committed to highest quality milk available in Canada. For people with autoimmune conditions avoiding inflammatory foods. For anyone seeking absolute cleanest dairy from verified grass-fed organic sources. The premium price reflects real costs. Organic certification, pasture management, grass-fed practices, cooperative farmer ownership, no industrial shortcuts, no factory farm efficiency, real farming producing real milk. Organic Meadow proves milk can be completely transparent. Canadian farms, organic practices, grass-fed nutrition, farmer-controlled cooperative. If they can do it, corporate brands choose industrial shortcuts. 5 brands, 5 disasters. Go check your fridge right now. See Nielsen, Nutrell, Dairyland, Compliments, No Name, or Great Value. Corporate ownership, ultra-pasteurized enzyme death. Pus cells near legal limits. GMO glyphosate feed. Pour them out. Not when they're empty. Now. Replace with Harmony Organic or Organic Meadow. $12 to $16 for 4 liters. Double the cost. Grass-fed omega-3s. Zero glyphosate. Zero pus cells from infected cows. Real milk from real farms. Cost of switching. $8 extra per carton. Cost of not switching. Your kid's drinking 400,000 somatic cells per milliliter from factory farm cows. If this changed how you see milk, subscribe. Share this with someone still buying the corporate carton. Stay informed. Stay healthy. Protect your family.